In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Schlage Camelot front entry handle. So you might be asking why I needed to get a door handle. I had a similar handle to this for my exterior, and I had a knob on the interior. Not quite as decorative as this, but it did the job. However, the exterior handle in the last 6 months to a year started to malfunction, and every time I push on this piece right here, it would simply not work. And it got a little bit annoying to have to deal with it and to apply additional pressure with 2 fingers. Meaning 2 thumbs, as hard as I can, pushing and adjusting it. So instead of that, I decided to get the Schlage Camelot front entry handle because it paired well with my Schlage Sense Smart Deadbolt, which is also the Camelot design. Something for me to keep in mind was at the bottom of this handle there is a through bolt behind this piece. My old handle did not have this feature and just had a screw at the bottom that was visible from the exterior. I like this design quite a bit more because it's more stable and secure. But the fact still remained that I did not have a hole that went all the way through my door. So what Schlage did well is it had an adjustable through bolt, so I had a lot of play from bottom to top to make the decision where to make the hole. I used the same hole that was used for my previous screw and drilled through it all the way through my door. In the Schlage instructions, it mentioned a 3/8 drill bit for that. However, I like to go a size smaller in terms of the drill bits I had. That meant 7/16. So I knew I could always go bigger if it didn't work for me, but it ended up working perfectly well, and I drilled the hole all the way through. Just hold the drill steady when doing it, and close the door fully. Remember, don't lock yourself out and don't put the piece in that closes the door. That latches the door when you have the handle out completely. You do this. If you did that, you can still slide that piece back and open the door, but you want to practice that beforehand prior to assembly. Shut the door, lock it from the deadbolt if you have one, and so that the door doesn't wiggle on you. Hold the drill very steady and apply even pressure. Try not to make the hole oblong, and it should be fine. When you get towards the end of the drill, be very careful. Don't damage the interior of the door. It's not as bad as I make it sound. It went by very quickly. I think I did the whole thing in about a minute to make the hole. But I took my time and I was careful. I recommend the same for you. I love how it came out. I love the exterior of the handle and the interior of the handle. The only complicated piece, if there was one, was the through bolt and having to drill through my door. It was not bad, especially if you're comfortable with the drill, and the rest of the stuff just requires a simple Phillips screwdriver. Remember not to use power tools. You will strip out the bolt and cause yourself more problems than necessary. Yeah, I think I quite like the handle. I've only had it for a day or now, and I'm reviewing it. But because I have had the Deadbolt for over a year and a half, I know Schlage quite well. And in fact, with my Deadbolt, I bought two of them. I bought one for the front door and one for the garage door so that I did not need to uh, keep a key with me. I can come in through the garage. If my batteries did ever die, I come in from the front. The batteries have never died because it stays consistent and it beeps and lets me know if the batteries are going to be going bad. Um, so I feel even the Deadbolt has been phenomenal. The battery life is extremely good. I'd replace it maybe I honestly don't remember. Maybe every 7, 8 months, 2 or 9 months, maybe. Between 6 and 9 months, I use my garage door quite a bit. I replace the batteries on the front door quite a bit less. I like the idea of having two. I love the finish and the design of this new handle. I'm quite happy I got it. It ranges between $89 and $100 depending on uh, which finish and which handle you get, and they do have quite a few to choose from. You don't have to get this exact same design if you're not pairing it with the Camelot Deadbolt that I have, and maybe you can choose to go with a different design. But I have been extremely happy with the Schlage app uh, that lets me know when someone enters the house using the Deadbolt and when the Deadbolt locks or unlocks. So, yeah, in my opinion, it's a great product. I recommend it highly. So now we will switch gears and look at what other people are saying. First, let's take a look at the Schlage website itself. Notice this handle comes in two handling options. A left hand, this is what I ultimately needed, and a right hand. The box I got did come with two handles, one for the right and one for the left. Mine came in the opposite direction to what I needed, and it supplied me with a little pin that I push in on the interior handle to remove the old handle and replace it with the new one. The way you can kind of tell which side is up is there is a small notch that goes downward in on the trim piece. So that's how I knew even if I wanted to stick with the other handle, it wouldn't be perfect. So just keep that in mind when you're ordering, that you order the right or the left handle based on your need. Now I just wanted to show you that there are other colors, that some have pictures and some don't, but other colors are available. I personally like this one. That's the one I ended up with, but this one isn't bad either. Looks pretty nice with the accent on the edges. I personally wouldn't go with this color. The chrome just doesn't look good to me. I think it's too flashy, but to each their own. If you had the right house, you could look into something like this. And this is just not my style, so it wouldn't work for me. I think there was a time when this bright brass color would be quite popular, and on some homes maybe it still will be. It just isn't the right fit for me. It may be for you. So let's look at what features it comes with.
Perfect for pairing with an existing deadbolt or smart lock. Available in a variety of unique finishes to complement your home style. Decorative trim options add the perfect finishing touch. Choose from an assortment of interior knob and lever styles. Backed by a limited lifetime mechanical and finish warranty, oil rub bronze is only a mechanical guarantee. Premium metal construction. Finishes tested to withstand harsh environmental factors. Large 1-inch bolt. Lever design pairs well with traditional styles like antique furniture as well as more modern transitional styles. Installs in minutes with screwdriver. Guaranteed to fit on standard doors. Adjustable pieces guarantee fit on standard pre-drilled doors. Graded best in security, durability, and finish. Learn more about grading.
Now let's take a look at the specifications.
Applications, residential single and multifamily doors. Backset, universal latches and deadbolts fit 2 and 3/8 60 mm, or 2 and 3/4 70 mm. Backsets. Certifications. Commercial Standard Certification, ANSI/MA 156.36-2010 Grade 1. Residential Standard Certification, ANSI/MA 156.40-2015. Door thickness range, 1 and 5/8 to 1 and 3/4 thick. Thick door kit available for thickness up to 2 and 1/4. Keying, FA-Series handle sets are 5-pin tumbler with 2 keys per lock. F-Series handle sets are 6-pin tumbler with 2 keys per lock. General, minimum 5 1/2 center to center distance between cross-bore holes. Home listed, available in box pack. Warranty, limited lifetime mechanical and finish warranty.
Now I want to show you a video. If you click here, how to center. I'm looking at one of these videos, this one. Perhaps. And we're going to pick it up right here in the video.
If you'll be using the standard rectangular faceplate, just slide the latch into place with the bevel facing the door jamb and secure it with the 2 shorter screws. For a drive-in latch, after replacing the faceplate with the round cup provided, slide the latch into the hole with the bevel facing the door jamb and gently tap it into place until flush with the door edge using a small block of wood to protect the latch. Now install the outside handle assembly. Align the spindle on the back of the assembly with the slot in the latch. Slide the adjustable through bolt up or down as needed and press the handle set onto the door.
You just saw the through bolt I was mentioning earlier. That's the hole I had to drill because it did not exist on my door. Again, in the instructions they mentioned 3/4, but I went with a 7/16, which was one size smaller, and it worked fine for me. Remember, you can always go up, but once you make a hole larger, you can't easily go down. So keep that in mind.
The handle will stay in place, leaving your hands free to secure the inside trim. Next, install the inside lever by orienting the lever to point away from the edge of the door with the screw holes aligned vertically to match the threaded posts on the back of the outside handle. Align the square spindle with the square hole on the back of the lever and secure with the 2 screws provided. It's okay if the lever isn't oriented correctly. We'll fix that later when we discuss handing. Now, use the washer, screw, and cover to secure the bottom of the handle set. Finally, install the strike plate on the door jamb using the last 2 small screws.
So I think they do an amicable job in showing you how to install the handle, both exterior and interior, and probably far better than my phone would be able to demonstrate this to you when I'm performing the action. So they didn't use the exact handle that I purchased, but the concept was exactly the same. There was nothing different about it. So obviously a lot of their handles have shared commonality and design. Now let's take a look at some reviews. So just going to scroll down and just read a few of these.
I love it, very sturdy and classy. Also bought the Schlage and coat with the door handles. It's a must-have together. Schlage is a great company. I love their app for the lock on my phone as well. Great customer service. Would definitely recommend their products and will buy again. The price is worth it. Don't pass these up. Very classy and very easy to install. I'm a woman and was able to install myself. Instructions are very clear and easy to understand and they give you everything you need to do the install. Comes in different colors also. These match my door perfectly. I will definitely purchase these locks and door handles again. 5 stars all the way.
This person has the exact same setup as me, the same color, the same everything, looks like. I have this Deadbolt, I have this new handle that I just purchased. They are doing exactly what I'm doing, and it seems like they're very happy with it, just like me. Let's look at a few more.
Okay, I got a new door and the old door handle was sticking. When opening from the exterior, the latch bolt wasn't going in far enough without seriously smashing on it and was catching on the strike plate. This also was creating a need to turn the handle from the interior to close the door. This old handle was made by a different manufacturer, but it was a quality handle. I was sure purchasing this handle would fix the issue, but I thought I'd give it a try. Installation was super simple. I had the old handle off and this one installed in about 10 minutes. I didn't need to change my strike plate and this handle opens and closes like butter. The adjustable length also gives you some flexibility in dealing with previously installed handles. It fit perfectly for my needs. It's substantial but not bulky. The satin nickel color is nice as well. We can now fully enjoy our new door without constantly goofing with the handle.
Again, they are echoing my sentiments precisely. My old handle was horrific. I messed around with it for 6 months. I should have done this much sooner. And the new handle is very smooth. I tested both the exterior and the interior, and when I lift it up or down from the interior, it pulls in fully. And when I push down on the exterior, it pulls in fully. Exactly the action I wanted to see. And again, quite happy. Let's keep reading.
I love how the bottom hole on the handle is adjustable, so I was able to slide up the screw to fit the pre-drilled hole on my door rather than drill an additional hole and plug the one that was there. It operates much smoother than my prior handle set, a piece of junk Westlock, and just feels more sturdy and secure. We'll slowly replace the other handles in the house with the Schlage products.
In this review, the person is talking about the through bolt, as we've discussed at length. They're just mentioning that you can adjust it from top to bottom, and they give you some degree, amount of adjustment there in terms of how far you can adjust. So if you did have a hole, perhaps you can reutilize the hole, or if you needed to expand it or make it larger for this to fit, maybe you can do so without having to create a new hole. Let's read one more.
The product itself is great. It has a nice solid feel to it. The bottom of the handle even comes with a cap, so that it hides the screw and washer. Here's the problem I had. From the outside, my door opens inwards with the hinges on my right and the door handle on my left. When I received the product, I wanted to make sure I got the correct parts without installing it on the door. So I just connected the two handles together on my lap. But then I discovered the indoor handle was turning the wrong direction. I had to pull the indoor handle upwards in order for the outdoor handle to move. Well, that's not right. The indoor handle is supposed to go downward. After tinkering with it some more, I found the problem was that I had pushed the two handles too close together. If you pull them out a little to simulate a door between them, the indoor handle will open in the correct direction. I installed it on my door the next day and it worked flawlessly.
Just so you know, this looks very similar to my Deadbolt. The outside looks pretty much identical. The inside feels like a little bit different. Mine doesn't have this mechanism. It has a turn knob. Once I find mine, I'll put it in the description below. but the concept is quite similar. And the Deadbolt seems to have quite good reviews as well. Oh, some not so good reviews. But again, this is mostly focused on the handle. I will read one review from the Deadbolt.
Bought this lock so we could share codes instead of keys with our more frequent visitors. We haven't lived with a keypad lock before, let alone one with an app. I'm so glad that we bought this lock. It replaced our existing Schlage key lock, and it was easy to install. It came with an Amazon camera that is used for the in-home Amazon delivery service called Key. More on this later. The lock sets up easily in the Key app. Plug in the camera first. Once you set it up in the app, you can set your codes and use them to enter the house. You can add codes for different guests, and you can text the codes to them if you want. You get an alert on your phone saying who unlocked the door. It's really changed how we use our house because we don't need to carry keys and don't have to leave the garage open for the kids. And this lock comes with bonus features. Didn't think I'd want Amazon opening my door to deliver packages, but I was wrong. The app lets you know the delivery time, and then, when the package is delivered, the camera records the delivery person. They slightly opened our door, left the package and closed it. I wish the mail and others did this too. Much safer and convenient. Very pleased with this lock and highly recommend.
Mine definitely does not have some Amazon camera or ability to let the Amazon person in. Seems like an interesting idea. I'm not sure if I'm totally behind that in terms from a security standpoint, but everything else I think I agree with. I love the idea of the app. I've used the functions before to quickly create a code for someone who's visiting and then delete the code as soon as they leave. I set them both to the front door and the garage door so they can access it from whichever way they want. Typically, I do want the person coming in from the front door because I have a Nest doorbell so I can see who's entering and when they're entering. To limit access, I suppose I don't have to give access from the garage and then just let the guests know they always need to be coming in from the front. Cool idea about the whole Amazon thing. I just don't know about it. I don't think I'm super behind that as of yet. But there are other Schlage Deadbolts that have the app that don't have that Amazon feature. So just think about what's best for you and what makes sense. I appreciate your time watching this video, and I hope it was helpful and useful. And if it was, I'd love for your assistance in getting to a much larger number of subscribers. So please remember to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and leave a comment. See you in the next one.